I went from making £50 a day to over £50,000 a week in a space of about 3 months. I became the number one hotspot in the whole of London. When people get in a taxi in London, they're hungry late at night. Where should we go to eat? They're bringing them to me. Business just skyrocketed in a short period of time, and that was my PhD, to learn the power of a microphone and what fame can do to a business.
Sheeraz Hasan is not just a media personality and an entrepreneur. He's a visionary who has carved the path of unprecedented success in an industry where fame is both currency and commodity. Founder of Fame by Sheeraz, he's not only a maestro in orchestrating media miracles, but a strategic genius who has shaped the careers of icons like Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lopez, Logan Paul, and many more. Somebody wants to be famous, so he wants fame. It means that fame is number one priority and everything else is secondary.
So I'm going to be very frank with you. I might upset a lot of your listeners because it's very...
Welcome back, Alphas, to a new inspiring episode of the Alpha Talks podcast. Today in the studio, I've got a very special Alpha for you today. It's Sheeraz Hasan. He's a visionary who has carved the path of unprecedented success in an industry where fame is both currency and commodity. So fasten your seatbelts, and as we embark on enlightening conversation with the man who has mastered the art of making stars and brands shine brighter than ever, the one and only Sheeraz Hasan. Thank you for joining us today in the Alpha Talks podcast.
It's a pleasure. It's about time.
Yeah, it's been long waiting. Thank you for coming.
It's all good, brother.
Sheeraz, before we start, let's say people, once we broadcast the episode, they will see the thumbnail, they will see the title, they will think it's 100% interesting. So what can we promise them today that they will gain if they gave us their time?
So number one, I'm going to teach you everything, the lessons I've learned for the last 20 years, building the most famous stars in the world.
Cool.
And I'm going to give you a blueprint. What does that look like?
Yeah.
What did I do to make Kim Kardashian famous? What did I do to get Jennifer Lopez paid $2 million for 20 minutes work? What did I do to take Logan Paul from subscribers on YouTube to a billionaire where he is today? You want to tune into something like this because you want to know.
Stay tuned, that's going to be something very interesting. Sheeraz, let's start. How are you today first?
I'm good, brother. I'm
Man,
good.
we had a lovely conversation even before starting the podcast. I wish we recorded it. So let's start and say, can you tell us who's Sheeraz from your perspective?
So from my perspective, Sheeraz is a media beast.
Oh shit.
Let's start there. Yeah. But that beast came with pain. It came with 20 years of knowledge and experience to understand what does it really take to become famous. And over 2 decades of working in the business of media and entertainment, I come from a very humble background. I'm a very humble guy. You can see I'm not into designer. You don't see a watch.
Yeah.
Boy, you see a tattoo.
I see a tattoo
of course,
him, yeah.
Okay, which is worth more than any Bugatti, any AP watch, any Richard Mille. This will outshine any of that.
Yeah.
But it's been a very interesting journey that I'd love to share with all of your fans and followers, because you can avoid a lot of mistakes and you can save a lot of time and money to get to your journey of fame.
Love it. I love the name actually, Fame. But let's go a little bit backwards to your beginning in London and working in the restaurant. Can you tell us about this and how did it affect your, in general, entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, so I was 16 when I started working in my family restaurant business. My father passed away when I was 16, so I was forced to leave school. So I couldn't complete my education. The basic level of education I couldn't complete. I left school and I went straight to working in my family restaurant. And I was 16 at the time. My mother was running the business and I was not happy. You know, every day I was going in the early hours of the morning, 5, 6 a.m. to like 3 in the afternoon, working nonstop with my mom. And I said, I don't want to do this. You know, I really didn't want to work there. And I saw my mom she did it because to keep herself occupied. My father passed away. It was good for her, you know, keeping her focused.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have an elder brother, you know, who's an accountant. So I said, okay, I'll quit school. I'll stay with mom. So I continued working in the restaurant business. And I was so sad, to be honest, because I couldn't finish school. And I said, okay, now I'm here. I want to do something different. So I said to my family, and at that time we were opening from 6 in the morning till 3 p.m. Just
That's
5
it.
days a week. And I said to my mom, I said, I'm going to go 24 hours.
A quick note, I find this incredibly intriguing. On the back end of our YouTube channel, it says around 75% of you who watch this channel frequently over the lifetime of this channel haven't yet hit the subscribe button. I just wanted to ask you for a favor. It helps this channel so much if you choose to just subscribe. It helps us invite guests that give you great value. It helps us scale the production and as well makes this show bigger and bigger for you. And if you enjoyed the previous episodes and you're currently enjoying this episode, could you please hit the subscribe button? I love your support. It's incredible to see all your comments and engagement, and we are just starting. Thank you so much, and I will repay this gesture by making sure that everything we do on this show makes it bigger, and better. I'm committed to do this promise. Do we have a deal? Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me.
And my mom is looking at me, and I was in central London where the offices are. So there's no action after like 7, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I said, no, I want to do this. So I started my journey and I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open 24 hours. Did I make any money in the beginning? No.
Zero.
Did customers come? No. Homeless people? Yes. Which I have to feed them for free. Okay. So I had no business. None, And every day I'm coming home late hours of the morning, and my mom is telling me, what did you do?
Yeah.
And my brother, who's an accountant, he's worried about the electric bill.
Exactly.
And
Fixed
the gas
cost.
bill.
The fixed
He's like
cost.
doing my head in and like saying, Sheeraz, this is costing us more of you and your dream of staying open all night. I said, no, I this is my vision. I want to do this. So I kept on doing it, no money. I swear to God. We made a little bit of money in the daytime, and in the nighttime, barely, £5 for a 6-7 hour shift, £10,
No way.
£20,
But you kept
£25, £30, £50 was like, wow, I just hit jackpot, right?
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm going to do this. And my destiny changed when, first of all, I was praying nonstop. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. Prayer is very powerful, okay? Because I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. So I've always learned from a young age that don't ask human being, ask God for whatever you want, okay, at a very young age. And I'd pray for customers. I even put salt on the doorstep. Let me purify them. Oh, I went there. There were no customers, bro. I was homeless people coming. So I was purifying that, right? And I was nothing, right? And then one day, a taxi driver comes in and says, can I have I'll never forget. He said, I want a tuna sweet corn sandwich on brown bread with a little bit of mayonnaise and a coffee. I said, okay, no problem. I said, you know what?
remembered
You
to
sit
that
down.
day.
I said, you sit down. Let's talk. I said, I got the whole night. He said, no, I want it right now. I said, okay. So I made it for him, and then he ran off, right? And he's sitting in his taxi, eating this sandwich, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, do I have a personality problem here, man? So what's something wrong with me? I'm giving him seating, sit down, relax, have
But
a
he's
seat
sitting
and
in the
everything.
car.
And he's in the car. And I knock on the window, and I said, listen, you can, even if you don't want to sit inside my restaurant, come sit outside. There's a couple of chairs there. Hang out with me, bro. You know what I mean? I'll even give it for free. You want extra refill? Let's go. I'm bored, right? And he said, no, I'm listening to Caesar the Geezer. I have to listen to this guy. I said, who the hell's Caesar the Geezer? He said, you don't know Caesar the Geezer? He's the #1 radio shock jock in the whole of London. And he has 1 million listeners right now. And I said, hold on a minute. It's 3 a.m,
1 million listeners.
and there's 1 million people awake, and I'm open. I need to meet Caesar. Who the hell is this guy? Because this guy just ran from me, right? So I'll never forget the next few nights, and I'm going back rotary phone. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm ringing this radio station. Ringing. No one's picking this phone. No one's picking up. And then finally, one day, the guy picks up. Caesar the Geezer, live on Kiss FM, London. Who do
Was
I have to
live.
speak to? I said, my name is Sheeraz. I panicked. I'd never done radio. I'd never done media. I got so nervous, I read my menu. I said, I'm open 24 hours. I sell burgers. I sell breakfast. The guy's thinking I'm weirdo. Who's this weirdo pitching me his menu, right? I said, I'm open. He said, okay, you already open? He said, I'm coming there tomorrow, 2 o'clock. 2 a.m. I'll be there. I'm going to be there. Boom. And he cut me off. Nothing. Next day, I start my shift. from midnight, lines of people coming in to meet this guy. 16 years old, haven't finished my education. I'm broke, capital B, not making any money. And I realized at that age the power of fame. Someone who had a microphone just like this could influence people to come to my restaurant and line up to meet him. And I'm making money at 16.
Wow.
That next day, the guy shows up. My restaurant's packed. Customers making money. Everything's crazy. Everyone's seeing him. And I literally said to him, I said, what can I do for you? I don't have money.
To come every day.
Please promote me. You got to do something for me. I said, all I can do for you is I can feed you. Every day, I will come to your radio station and I will feed your whole crew. Every day you work, and I won't charge you 1 penny. Just give me a shout out. Just please, to your listeners, let them know that I'm open. He said, okay, I accept the deal. I want a cell phone, which was a Motorola box
of course,
back then. A fax machine. It was a cell phone, fax machine, and a laptop.
He asked for these.
You give me these payola, brother.
Exactly.
There's no free lunch. I tried free lunch. There ain't no free lunch.
Nothing.
Get me those 3 items, and you feed me. It's around 15 of us, sometimes 20 people in the studio. I'm going to order wherever I want. If you do that, I'm going to promote you. Okay. And then I never see him again. I then tell my brother, I said, bro, I've met this guy, blah, blah, blah. My brother's a very simple accountant. He's
Numbers
a numbers
talk.
guy, bro.
Numbers
He
talk,
loves Excel, turns him on. I mean, he's that kind of dude, right? He loves Excel, right? So I'm saying, well, listen, we got to buy this thing, whatever. Anyway, I convinced him. I said, let's do whatever it takes. Let me try. Work with this guy. So my brother used his savings. He got everything. He liquidated what he had to do. Back then, there weren't really credit cards, you know what I mean? He got his salaries or whatever. And he was an accountant. And he gave me the money. So I bought this stuff. I then called the guy. I said, okay, I have what you want. He said, okay, I'm coming. The next day he came, nighttime. He didn't tell him when he was coming. He took the fax machine, the cell phone, and the laptop. And he said, okay, every morning, I'm going to give you a message of what I want to eat. And you're going to bring it every morning. And you're going to walk in. And when you walk in, you're that delivery guy. And you're going to plug what you just brought for me. And you're going to say where your address is and where you're open. And you're going to do it every single day. I went from making £50 a day, a night, to over £50,000 a week.
No way.
Okay, in a space of about 3 months. I became the #1 hotspot in the whole of London.
No way.
Because taxi drivers listened to him. He had a loyal following. When people get in a taxi in London, they're hungry late at night. Where should we go to eat? They're bringing them to me. So business just skyrocketed in a short period of time. And that was my PhD.
Wow.
To learn the power of a microphone and what fame can do to a business or to someone's career or to someone's finances.
Wow.
And from those humble beginnings, I've used those principles today that are now working on some of the biggest people in the world of pop culture history.
Wow.
But it started from a humble beginning where I saw the power of influence. And back then it was radio.
I love that.
Today it's podcast.
Of course.
Same influence. Different mediums, different social mediums,
Wow.
but it was still the same. So I came from a very humble background. Restaurant business expanded, blew up, making money, and I said to my mom that I want to go to the center of influence, Hollywood.
US.
I want to go. And mom was like, come on, Sheeraz, you're making money. Life's amazing. Everything's fine. Da, da, da. And I said, no, I want to go. I want to go. So I decided, and I told my mom, I'm going to go to Hajj. I'm going to perform Hajj.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go to the mountain. I'm going to Mecca. I'm going to Medina, and I'm going to pray. And I'm going to pray so hard, and I'm getting on that plane, and I'm going to LA. I'm going to go to wherever this biggest microphone is, I'm going. Because I saw what happened on a very small scale. Now imagine if I can crack the biggest microphone in the world. That's Hollywood.
Exactly.
I want to go. Book the tickets, performing my Hajj. Never forget. There was a man sitting next to me 20 years ago, okay? By the way, I still speak to this man once a month.
No
Swear to
freaking
God.
way.
He's a Mulana in his 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's like a priest, Muslim, very, very spiritual man. I'm praying for so much material stuff, bro, when I was in Hajj. Hollywood, this.
it's
And
down
one
to earth.
guy in front of him, I didn't know him, said, Sheeraz, what are you doing asking God for all this stuff, bro? You're in a mountain, man. You should be crying. You're asking for LA, you're asking for Hollywood, you're asking for this, you're asking for that. And he started telling me off, this man. And this holy man, priest, Mulana, says, keep asking.
God.
Don't stop. Whatever you want, you only ask God. And I said, are you sure? Because he's telling me,
Yeah.
he said, ask whatever you want from God. Whatever you want, you're going to ask from God. And in that moment, of course, I doubled down on my ass, bro.
He told me to ask him, continue.
I went harder, right? I went. And that's it. I was ready. I'm going to go back to London. I'm booking my ticket. I'm off to LA. I already know. It's in my system now. I'm going, right? I was wired. I was really in the zone spiritually. I said, I'm going to go. Get back. Family, they all come as we do. Relatives doing their farewells. He's going to America, blah, 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 okay? Saying their goodbyes to me. I said it. That's it. And the next day, I'm about to leave. 9/11 happens.
No. Your
And
prayers
I'm
were
like-
very strong,
I'm
you know?
like, wow. I said, are you kidding me right now? My dream is, it's gone. There's no way. You could not even think about coming to America. Muslim, Pakistani.
Exactly,
okay?
yeah.
You know, it doesn't even, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not going to go. You're not going to America. And I said to my mom, I'm going. You cannot stop me. I have to do this. I have to do this. All of my family thought I was nuts. All of them thought I was
You had
crazy.
that strong belief.
I didn't care, bro. It was in my system because I communicated to God. And if I'm communicating to a higher power and God said it's okay, from 16 years old, you can't break me.
Yeah.
I don't get impressed from a young kid
Yeah.
because it's in my DNA that whatever I want, I'm going to ask from God. Whatever I want, human being can't give me. And if they do give it, it's because God chosen for that human to give it to me. So there's the ultimate power. And I said, I'm going to go. And literally, I said my goodbyes to my mom. As soon as things settled down, I think it was in October of 2001. So it's like a month or 5-6 weeks after 9/11. Straight I came to Los Angeles. Landed in LA. Absolutely no idea. I thought Pamela Anderson was going to wait for me at LAX. I was waiting for that red carpet, brother. Where the fuck was she? Where was she? Because I was all hyped up
I passed through
about
hell,
Hollywood.
yeah.
I'm like, the first time I ever went to Hollywood Boulevard, I'm like screaming. I'm so excited. I'm in Hollywood. And I'm like, where's Hollywood? And they said, well, you're here. Well, there's bums on the street, there's homeless,
nothing, yeah.
people are threatening you or whatever. It's like there's some, you got a crooked Spider-Man with a big belly, look-alike. I mean, where's Hollywood? And I was like, oh my God. And my mom's calling me saying, Sheeraz, Mubarak,
How are you?
you're Hollywood. My son's in Hollywood. Right? And I'm like
looking around
struggling, bro. I'm like, wow, man, this is the ultimate hype machine. People leave from all over the world for a sign on a mountain that says Hollywood. And I'm like, oh my God. So when I first came there, I was trying to break down that why do people come to Hollywood? What's the reason? I came for a microphone of influence. And I would look at the mountain. I think, why would people come from all over the world? Is it movies? Is it music? Is it entertainment? Celebrities are here. And then I said, no, they want to become famous. That's why they come to Hollywood. They come to LA. It's not about the movie.
Yeah.
I can name you, 10 people who have won Oscars. You've probably never even heard of them.
True.
And Grammys. They were fame. So my first beginnings of entering United States, started getting into the business was everybody comes here for the magnet of fame. So then literally I worked very hard. I worked in cookie stores. I did selling flowers.
But you wanted to go to
I didn't care. Oh, I wanted to, how do I control it? I was in a mountain, brother, in Saudi, asking God, how do I control people to become famous? God honest truth. I'm asking that prayer. I told you, he gave me the blessing, right? The dude. Here go.
Done.
I was asking for specifics.
Yeah.
Zero clue. Didn't know anyone. How I was going to do it. What is my strategy? I had no idea. But how can I learn from what that guy did on the radio station in London?
I want to make it there.
How? There's a formula behind this. I got to figure this out. And if it's for people to become famous, those people can then promote products. They can promote things. And then if you control that, then, you know, that's what you want to do.
Wow.
So, but when I was trying this, it was like very difficult. I was working, my beginning jobs were selling flowers. I was the best salesman, bro, at selling flowers. I would go up to you in a restaurant with your lovely partner, wife, girlfriend, and I would put the bouquet in her arms, bro.
And make you pay.
And I would say, this is on behalf of your loved one. Maybe tonight he hasn't told you that he loves you, but I've been sent here to give you this beautiful gift of flowers. For him, just, he might not have said it right now, but how much he loves you. Bro, I was banking those checks, bro. I was the flower guy, bro. I was that guy that you're like, you probably don't want to go to that restaurant. Oh my God, here he is. There's that dude again. I was that guy. I was making my money on tips. Then I worked in a cookie shop. Then I was working, hustling. And then I was staying at a relative's house. And I said to the relative, and I said, look, you know, I said, I want to watch some Hollywood stuff. And he was hardcore Bollywood, this guy, right? Hardcore, right? Imagine I'm in LA. I've seen no American movies. I've seen no American music. All I'm watching is Bollywood. Bollywood. And literally I'm watching this program. And I said to him, I said, I've never seen any American content on this. I said, I want to be the first guy that brings Hollywood content to Bollywood. I'm that guy. I just looked at my uncle.
But why did you want to connect these?
Because I'm sitting there brainwashed with Bollywood nonstop in Hollywood, seeing no American content. So I said, why can't Indian people, Middle Eastern people have Hollywood content?
True.
Why can't they? Why are we only watching Indians? And literally the next day, I picked up the phone. I cold called the CEO of that TV channel. In less than a week, I got a meeting with him. Same day in that meeting, I signed a contract to get my own TV show that will broadcast to over 500 million people in 130 countries, called Tinseltown, the name of my restaurant.
No way.
And they said, this is the biggest platform we're going to give you. You can bring us Hollywood, we're going to give you the airtime.
But what did you give them on the table?
I just told them me. I said, I'm going, if you can give me a distribution platform, remember, microphone. I said, if you can give me the TV, if you can give me access to this airtime, I will get you the content. I'll sign the paper. I'll do whatever it takes. That's my job. If I don't deliver, you lose. And I'm going to make the deal even better. Don't pay me. Just give me some time in the show that I can sell, make some cash to pay for my costs. So I'm giving you zero risk. And they all looked at each other and they said, listen, this is probably the most weirdest deal we've ever signed. The company was Eros, by the way, biggest company, Bollywood,
of course.
biggest, B for you, biggest. And they said, it's his to lose. If he doesn't give us content, it was all bullshit, it's fine, but we're going to still go on. These are like the Warner Brothers of India, and he'll continue and he's out. Or if he delivers, we've given him a platform. So I then get back to LA. I'm like the Dada, the Don, the boss, the Alpha talks, bro. I'm a producer, bro. I have the platform. I have a show. That's it. Done. 8 p.m. prime time worldwide. All the Indians, everyone will know me, blah, blah, blah. And then it hit me. I don't have a camera. I don't know what I'm doing. I have a contract. And I'm like, shit. I have to make this happen. I have like 6-7 weeks, bro, until my air date. And I'll never forget, I went to a camera shop in Los Angeles called Sammy's Camera. And I'm walking around and I thought I was Spielberg. Okay, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And the guy comes back with a bloody $200,000 bill. And I'm like, oh God, right? And I thought, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? And there's one guy, name's called Christian. And he said to me, I'm a filmmaker. He said, I have various projects in various stages of development. Okay? Today, by the way, that's absolute BS. It means nothing. But at the time, someone who just landed
Exactly.
and says various projects in development.
Hey, I'm here.
No, I mean, I got impressed. I was like, okay, let's go. You know, I said, look, I have this contract. I've signed this show, Bollywood, blah, blah, blah. He got all pumped up. And I said, look, I do a side job selling cookies. You get free cookies, okay?
No
you take
way.
some of my tip
You
money.
bartered.
I bartered cookies, bro, from Mrs. Fields,
Yeah.
bro, and my tip money. And I made him a partner of my show. I said, if money comes in, you make money with me. Let's do it. So he shook my hand. We done a deal. Problem was, he had the camera equipment. He had the editing. He had everything. He didn't have content. So now the only content I had was Spider-Man with a big belly on Hollywood Boulevard. I had Superman that looked weird. Okay, I had every lookalike on Hollywood Boulevard, but I didn't have footage. I didn't have stars. And I'm like, damn. And then the guys from the network, Sheeraz, how's it going?
Amazing.
Of course it's amazing. It's California, brother. Pamela Anderson's just hanging out on the beach. Come on, she's running with a red suit. Let's go. Life's good. And I'm thinking, shit, how am I going to pull this off, right? Then I said, okay, let me shoot some intros to the Hollywood sign. So we drive up. There's a special place. It's called Beechwood Canyon in LA. You drive up to the top and you see the Hollywood sign. Right to the top. You're right there. And I was praying, devout Muslim, even doing my namaz up there, bro. I was doing the azan. I was
God,
saying,
be
God,
with me, yeah.
I can
Make it happen.
It's gonna be a bone here, man. It's like I'm gonna get in legal trouble here. You know what I mean, right? So I'm praying, and then I'll never forget. I would stand up there and say, "Hey, Sheeraz from Tinseltown, live from Hollywood. I'm Access Hollywood for those in Bollywood." I was doing those teasers, bro. Hollywood behind me,
Sign,
everything's done. Christian says to me, "Sheeraz, you've done this over 100 times, bro. I need content. I need footage. You keep saying the same thing up there." And then I finished my prayers. I was getting depressed and everything. And then I finished my prayers. And then I'm walking, and a guy, he said, "What were you doing praying at the Hollywood sign?" He's walking his dog.
No way, he's us. You
"Why are
really
you
prayed
praying?" I was
out,
praying.
really.
Bro, man. If I can go to Hajj, and I told you
Yeah.
there was no limit of my prayer. And I'm now in LA,
namaz-
and I
namaz
left my
in-
non-stop, bro.
No way.
Swear to God. Of course I was facing Kaaba, but the Hollywood sign was on my backdrop, bro. It was right there, and I'm praying. This guy's living there, walking his dog, and he's saying, "What are you doing?" And at that point, I thought, you know what, let me tell this guy. I told him everything.
Oh,
From
really?
London, sandwiches, radio, Mecca, Bollywood. I told him the whole story, and he said, "I'm fascinated. So you have a contract that guarantees you distribution to over 500 million people." He said, "I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine. Let me tell you something, the power of prayer, okay?" In that one moment, that next day, he took me to one gentleman that changed my life, okay? His name was called Roland Perkins. He took me into these guys' offices. The company was called CAA, Creative Artist Agency.
Okay.
The biggest talent agency in the world that represents only A-list stars like Tom Cruise, Spielberg, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Britney Spears, you name it.
No
Triple A-list stars. And I'm walking into the guy that he's brought me in front of and said, this guy has got a show towards India. He doesn't have access to stars and he wants help. And I literally said to the guy, I have no money. I need some doors open for you in your life. You have a fancy office here, but something happened in your life, in your career, that a door opened. Help me out. And whatever we need to do on a business deal, I'm open. Let's just make it happen. I swear to God, from that one moment and that one prayer, the guy picked up the phone. He made introductions to every studio in Hollywood. That next week, I was interviewing Clint Eastwood, Eddie Murphy, De Niro, Tom Cruise. I literally became Bollywood in
Ambassador.
Hollywood overnight. And my show overnight became the biggest hit in India. I was in Fortune magazine. All the media covered me. I produced over 200 episodes of my show. From that one show, I then became a huge hit in Hollywood for Bollywood. Then pivoted my career from there because I had made such a noise for Bollywood. I said, I now want to go mainstream. How do I go mainstream? Everyone knows me in India, Middle East, and all this content. Now I want Americans. I want the world to know who is Sheeraz, who's his show. And I'm with my business partner, Paresh A. Shah. Till this day, he's my business partner. 20 years still to this
Till
day.
now.
He's my little brother. The guy that there's always one person that gives you that check.
And
That's
believes
him.
in you.
And my business plan was on a napkin, and he bankrolled it. Okay? I'm sitting with him, and I said, Parish, we've killed it in Bollywood. We've crushed it all over. I said, I want Hollywood now.
time Hollywood.
I want Hollywood now. I want it. As I'm saying this, Britney Spears walks in with 20 paparazzi, filming Britney Spears. There's craziness going on, and she runs out. The next day, my mother calls me and said, Mubarak, Sheeraz, I'm watching you on BBC and Sky News
No
having
way.
coffee with Britney. My entire family thought I was bloody either dating or having coffee with Britney because I was on all the big news. I said to Parish, whoever those cameras are,
I want them.
I want them. Every bit of money that you've got under your pillow, Parish, it's time to spend. I want those people. We got to lock these guys down.
You saw this
Literally,
power.
The next week, if I'm in a coffee shop and my mother sitting in the UK is watching breaking news
Yeah.
of Britney Spears and I'm all over that footage, then guess what? I need to be in the business of Britney Spears. I have to. I then hired all those guys the next week. They all worked for me. Within 7 days, I literally became the most powerful media company in Hollywood. Why? Because when Britney was going crazy, it were my cameras. The whole world wanted that footage. I had a company that was born, Hollywood TV, that became the biggest paparazzi agency in Hollywood. I was servicing Britney Spears to the entire world. When you saw Britney shaving her head,
Yeah.
when you saw her going nuts, and you saw her dealing with the paparazzi,
Yeah.
that was me. Okay? I was in that whole circle back in 2007.
And you're
okay?
orchestrating all this.
Everything. And then I then connected with Paris Hilton because everyone knew me. But by then, Hollywood TV was on the map. I then started working with Paris Hilton. And Paris Hilton said, you're giving all this love to Britney.
No way.
Show some love to me. And I want to work out a deal. I done a deal with Paris. And she said, no problem, Sheeraz. From this moment onwards, we're working together. I'm going to tell you everything that we're doing. And my assistant's going to give you every single day on where we're about and what cameras to send. Meet my assistant, Kim Kardashian.
Boo.
There you go, brother. Paris Hilton's assistant, I'm looking at a girl called Kim Kardashian. And now every day we're on speed dial. Come here, go here, cameras like this, film this
No
bag,
way.
change this, shoot.
To that extent.
Bro, detailed. Okay, for Paris. We're building. Paris, of course, she was famous. We were making her more famous. Then Kim started saying, Sheeraz, can you keep me in the frame? So what do you mean?
No way.
Sheeraz,
Yeah.
you keep cutting me out. I said, what do you mean, Kim? Sheeraz, every photo you're putting out to the planet, you see half my ear or half my head.
I want to be in the frame.
Bro, can you just zoom out? Get me in? I said, okay, no problem. I then started telling my team, include her. Put it out. I'll never forget, I had a contract with CBS, okay? It was a development deal, millions of dollars they were paying me every year to my company to supply them content. The executive producer said to me, Sheeraz, you ever put that girl, Kim Kardashian, again
No way.
in this show, we are the biggest entertainment show in the world, Entertainment Tonight, only biggest stars in the world, and you keep putting this nobody assistant in the same footage and you keep pushing her. What's the deal here? Why'd you keep pushing her? I said, here's the deal. If you don't air Kim Kardashian, I ain't gonna give you Britney Spears.
Oh shit.
It's very simple.
You're controlling.
That's it. And they said, oh, so you telling us now
What to
we ain't
do.
going to get crazy Britney unless you promote this girl called Kim Kardashian? Absolutely. She's my girl. She's my client. Let's double down. Kim has to be everywhere. Not only did I get her on the news, I got her first job as a host on Entertainment Tonight, and I got Kris Jenner a job on the same TV show that no one would hire them, okay, because I jammed it using the leverage of Britney Spears. Then I built that network and I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and I rammed it down everyone's throat every single night, the word Kardashian, every single day.
True.
And it was non-stop.
It was
and
everywhere.
I then became Kim's strategist for over a decade of calculated chess moves on how for her to become famous. Because when I first met her, the first thing she looked at me in the eyes and said, Sheeraz, I want to become the most famous person in the world. Make it happen.
So Sheeraz, what you're saying, that everything that you did for Kim was calculated?
Absolutely calculated.
Chess move,
everything is a chess move.
Strategy thing.
Everything is a strategy. Everything that you've seen on Kim Kardashian for the first 10 years of her career, that was me.
True.
I had cameras, I got the footage, I've been showcased on the biggest TV shows on earth that have claimed me as Kim Kardashian's strategist, from ABC 2020 to Fox to CNN, you name it, because they know who was the media machine that made this happen. The industry is very small in Hollywood. It's a very tiny circle. I'm in that circle because I'm supplying the drug of fame. So of course I know everybody.
I love when you said drug.
Yeah, it's a drug.
Why it's a drug?
Fame is a drug because you can never get enough of it. You always want more. And you got to remember, I've been around the biggest stars. When you're running a network of a paparazzi business, what is paparazzi? Paparazzi is a feeling, bro.
True.
It's not a bad term. It means when you come out of a restaurant and those camera lights are going crazy,
It's an addiction.
bro, that's better than your Bugatti.
They want it.
That's better than your watch. Those camera lights is currency.
Yeah.
It's power. And I was controlling that in LA, in the biggest city in the world. So let's go back a bit. Remember I told you in the mountain when I was praying?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to come in the form of that. But my prayer got answered.
True.
I was controlling this network of fame, not knowing what I was doing. Building. I was just non-stop giving people fame, right? And Kim Kardashian was my biggest case study. I then also worked very closely with Zendaya.
Yeah.
I helped architect her career, worked with Miley Cyrus,
Wow.
worked with Bieber, worked with Logan, worked with so many stars over the years, so many stars. And my brand then became fame. Why? Because that's what people wanted.
So why you started fame?
So my initial company was Tinseltown.
Yeah.
Then I done Hollywood TV. Then I have another arm, which is Sheeraz Inc., which is consulting. And then fame was born when my heart was broken.
Wow.
That's when the name fame was created. When in my own personal life, absolute emotional love that I had for my partner broke the rule of putting fame before love.
Wow. Can you tell us about it? So it's
So-
addiction, you said.
So for me, if someone can put fame before love, that for me was the game changer in my life. Because I was the guy that was giving so much fame to everybody until I realized how powerful this drug is. More powerful than cocaine and heroin combined. People do anything to become famous. And when myself got hurt
From this.
from this because someone wasn't telling the truth. Someone maybe didn't tell me something. They were doing something without me knowing for fame, or whatever. That's when I got hurt. Okay, that's when I was at COVID on a lockdown. Not like Dubai lockdown. You guys were chilling, bro. You were chilling. We were locked down in the US. Okay? Alone, at home, heart ripped to pieces. And I said, I cannot believe that fame is more important than love. How? How is this even possible? Now I'm like trying to figure it out. How can this be? And in the moment of pain, I told my team, I said, bring a camera crew, film me. I said, because I'm about to teach the world how to become famous without doing a deal with the devil. And my team were like, what are you talking? I said, I'm creating fame masterclass. I'm going to teach everyone how not to get screwed over. You want to become famous? Oh, I'm going to teach you. And I'm going to tell you all the tricks and tools that I've learned over 2 decades with making some of the most famous people in pop culture history. What I saw, not many people have seen in their life. And I've seen it front of my eyes. And I got hurt personally.
Yeah.
I must speak. I'll never forget. Bro, I was filming this on cell phones. No production.
COVID.
Just a couple of iPhones, a white wall, and I spoke. And I spoke. And I spoke. And I spoke. And not knowing that God is going to give me a masterpiece, not a masterclass. And in that moment, my life changed because my purpose changed. Because before I was fame, money, travel, this, because you were getting sucked into that, right? With everything. I'm with the clients.
Yeah.
So I'm there. I'm like making those moves, right? And then I realized I need to teach people. I'll have my business. I still consult for the biggest stars today, biggest brands in the world. But I've got to teach people how can they get to their goal, whether it's a brand or whether it's an individual, to get famous, but do it the right way. There are many ways that you can do it, so you don't have to compromise, sell your soul and all of this. And the master class, by the blessing of God, became an overnight hit.
Wow.
It was then covered on ABC 2020. I was then put on a TV show.
It's an online platform,
It's
right?
online. It's online. Just go on famemasterclass.com. You watch 10 videos, and I break down the blueprint
Wow.
of the
How
biggest
much
stars
does
in
it
the
cost
world.
for the people to
Right
know?
now, it's $300. Yeah, $300 for
Very
10
nice.
for 10 videos. You know, and if people want to work with us after that, they contact. We work with them one-on-one.
Super.
You know, things like that. But for me, it was more about helping people because I saw what I had to personally go through, and I didn't want anyone else to go through that. And then I was covered on every single major news station in the United States, mainstream media. I then was selected to be on Paris Hilton's movie, This is Paris. I was her main guest. I was a strategist there. Kardashian's $1 Billion Dynasty, that's airing worldwide right now. I'm the strategist there. Celebrity, ABC 2020. These are all the biggest TV shows in the States. I was covered as that guy, and it was all tied back to my masterclass. So today, I'm very humbled and honored. You know, when I share and I speak about my journey, I'm giving you the roadmap because I've seen it.
But if I ask you, what are the warnings for becoming famous?
So first,
Warning.
yeah, of course there's a warning, but you've got to remember that first question, you know, you need to ask yourself, brand or individual, doesn't matter, you know, fame is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Why do you want it? Why? Why do I want fame? For what reason?
Why do people, you have a lot of clients.
Worshipped, attention, lack of confidence, want to be loved, want to be appreciated. That's why a lot of people want fame, want to become famous.
True.
Not a bad things, not at all. But you've got to figure out, why do I want it? Okay. And then what am I making myself famous for? Kim had one goal. I just want to be famous.
And that's it.
I don't want anything else. I don't want a product. She wasn't even thinking about any of that stuff today. She had to become famous first, then became the billionaire. Logan Paul had to become famous first, then became the billionaire. Zendaya had to become famous. Now she has over $100 million in her bank account. It's fame. Fame, money follows.
True.
Fame, right? So you've got to, a lot of people want it, and there are strategies behind it.
Yeah.
And it's like any business. It's show business. It's a business side of fame. So you need to understand the mechanics of the business that you're getting into. And unfortunately, people get caught up with the glamour, the glitz, and they have all of this crazy stuff that they want, but they're not seeing what it really takes.
But a question. Somebody wants to be famous, so he wants fame. It means that fame is number one priority and everything else is secondary?
So I'm going to be very frank with you. I might upset a lot of your listeners. I might even create some divorces or some breakups.
Shoot it.
Sign your prenups now, brother, right before I speak, okay? Because it's very simple. If you are in a relationship, and I'm only telling you this from pure experience, okay? If you love your partner, whoever wants to be famous, okay? If you don't give her wings to fly, without holding her back, give her all the love, all the support, zero jealousy, zero insecurity, give her real power, not a lousy Bugatti that's called control, not a Hermes handbag that is control, not red bottom heels, which is control, wings to fly. To say, baby, I support you unconditionally. Go get your dream. Do what you have to do. Guess what? That person, first of all, will never do something bad if she's not being controlled. So the first question you need to ask yourself, if you are in a relationship, business, brand, whatever it is, the first number one principle to get to the top of the mountain, who is in your inner circle? Who is your support system? Who is in your ear that's only giving you positive vibrations, not negativity? And if you have the foundations of spirituality, religion, family, love, honesty, trust, and you have that, okay, a man should not be insecure. If you are giving your woman who wants to become famous everything and every bit of support, she ain't gonna cheat.
A question.
She ain't gonna leave you.
A question. You are positioning fame is for women. Why you give this example?
Because, of course, fame is for everybody. But the reason I talk more about women, because I see how many dreams and hearts are broken on an hourly basis by insecure men who think they're strong. They think they've got money, they've got power. Real power is when you give your loved ones wings to fly and go make it happen, and magic. That's power. Now, from a guy's point of view, okay, of course you can be famous. Of course, whatever you've got to do. But then you also have to let your partner know, I'm going to be putting this right now at the forefront of our relationship. Because if I don't, I'm not going to get to my goal. I can balance it, but I will never become super famous.
Shiraz, did you see any, like a lot of relationships got broken because of fame?
Maybe one yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, cool. Brother, what are you talking about? I'm the biggest fame dealer in the world, brother.
So you see
this is on a daily basis. This is very powerful. It's a message that people need to listen to what I'm saying. If you are in a relationship, guy going for fame, be very, or if you could even be single, make it your priority to become famous. Don't hurt people, be honest, and you're going to become famous. You are going to live your dream. You are. But you can't have anything holding you back. Because fame has rules, fame has competition, it's got other people around you, and if you've got anything that's holding you back, someone else is getting that gig, someone else is getting that job, someone else is getting that brand deal. Doesn't mean you have to do bad, because you need that support system. So if you're a guy, same thing, but you have to explain to your partner that in order for me to become famous, now you're asking me fame. You're not talking about doctor, it could be anything. If you want to be number one in your brand, you have to put your business first. If you're in a relationship and you're a female and you want to be a star, career comes before relationship. But if you are honest with your partner and say, if you give me this, I guarantee you the woman will be loyal to you. The woman will never mess around. If the man is a mountain, not a pussycat. 90% of rich men that I know
are the one.
Bro, they're little kittens. Pussy cats. No power, bro. Real power is when you give your loved ones wings to fly, my brother. Because those women come to me crying. Those women come to me absolutely heartbroken, telling me how they are controlled. So I go deep in my masterclass, because if I don't figure this son of a gun out, you're never going to fly.
But a question, in sales, we say like we qualify clients, correct? Right? I qualify, I can close this person or not. In fame, do you qualify? There are people qualified to be famous or not, or anybody can be famous?
For me, it's hunger. So my qualification, let's just say you want to become famous, okay? My number one question I'm going to ask you, are you willing to put fame 24/7? I don't want to think of anything else right now, and I want you to scream out like a lion, mister. I want the entire world to know Alpha Talks 24/7 and rub Alpha Talks down everyone's throat 24/7, and I want to be sick of your face. Oh my God, there he is again. Oh my God, this dude just don't give up. Everywhere. If you are willing to double down and go all in, now you're qualified. If you're not all in, then just say, I want to be known. Don't ever insult me and use the word fame. I want to be known is okay. That's still beautiful. Because if you have love, if you have spirituality,
that's what we want.
You have peace, you have your religion, you have your culture, you're already winning.
True.
A-listers, brother, A-listers are living a soulless life. Soulless.
Sleeping on a golden pillow. You said this word.
Golden pillow.
Yeah.
I've traveled the world with Kim Kardashian, my friend, and Paris Hilton, the most famous people in the world. And when I finish my activation, I take them to the presidential suites, alone, into their palace rooms, hugging onto a pillow.
True. What strategies now people use or you use for people to become famous? In order to be famous,
give me a scenario. Who?
Yeah, for example, look, let's say between now and back then. To be famous back then, it was, now the competition is very hard. So you need to be extremely disruptive. Am I correct?
If you are not disruptive, you're not going to get heard.
So for example, somebody comes to you and tell you, make me famous. So can you just tell us what kind of process you pass through so people understand?
Well, first of all, I'm going to ask you, what do you do? Let's role play this.
Yeah.
Tell me, what, estate agent? Give me an example. Is it an actor?
Let's say, for
a
example,
lawyer, doctor, real estate agent?
A real estate guy.
Okay.
I'm a real estate guy.
Okay. Tell me more about yourself.
I'm a broker. I sell real estate in Dubai.
Okay, so does everyone else with a pulse? What else you got?
Exactly. Till now, I didn't identify this.
Okay, so we have to first, let's figure it out. Are you going to dye your hair pink? Are you going to be the dancing real estate? Are you going to be the rapper real estate agent? Who are you? What makes you pop? Give me some masala. Give me something. Right now, I'm a real estate agent and I want to become famous. Yes, Dick Tracy. Everyone else, when I land in Dubai, bro, is pitching me off plan. They're pitching me real estate. Oh, there's that guy with the pink hair. There's the guy that sells you real estate, but he raps and he sells it to you. There's that guy that wears the most extravagant clothing. There's that guy that does, there's that guy.
Okay.
Let's start there. So that's made you stand out.
Okay.
So now you're standing out. So it's literally like being, this wall is all black and there's a pink dot
on it.
You're focused on the pink dot.
True.
So I haven't said you have to be a better salesman. I haven't said you have to have
nothing. True.
I didn't say any of that. I didn't say you have to big office. Who are you?
How do you stand out?
How do you stand out?
And you help clients to stand out with strategies.
Absolutely.
So
I have clients who I make them walk on a red carpet and I've already stole the show because everyone's looking at what they're wearing. I've already done my job. Unknown talent. Or I make them wear something with a statement on it.
Okay.
That the media is saying is a statement on that dress. So
and then they
in the real estate guy, now they stand out.
Yeah.
Now we amplify. Now we double down. Now we start creating content. If you're not going to create content, content is the drug, bro. You got to get it out there.
Did you see a lot of celebrities that passed the phase of creating content and now they're suffering?
They're unemployed. They're not suffering. They're not getting work. It's reality. Someone who is not going to today, like exactly what you said. Back in the day, we didn't have those platforms. We had TV. We had radio. Billboards. Yeah. Maybe we had movies.
True.
If you can get in. Now, you have every technology in your hand that can make you famous. So now it's gone a million X of how hard it is to stand out. So that's why you have to be disruptive. You have to be loud.
But let me ask you a question. Means to stand out, mean I have to be people to hate me or not?
Hate comes with fame.
Okay.
So if you think that everything's going to be rosy and it's beautiful rose petals and everyone's going to love you, hell no. The most famous people today are the most hated. The most famous people today on social media are the most trolled people. Can you take it? Do you have the thick skin? Oh my God. So now you're crying. Now you're going to throw in the towel because read these comments. Bro, I've seen marriages break up, bro, over negative comments.
True.
Where's the power?
So creating hype is the way to.
You must have hype. Hype is where you stand out. Now people are going to see, do you have influence? Your hype, does it convert into some form of people are listening to you? People are watching you. Now the ultimate test is, can you sell this?
True.
It comes down to you at the end of the day, brother, the sales.
Yeah.
It does. But you got to first get to know me. I'm going to stand out. If I'm going to sell you a house and you're going to come to me, first you got to get through the millions of other people that are call themselves agents. I'm that guy. I'm producing content every day. I'm in the media every day. I'm showing up every day. I'm spending my own money to be in the media. I don't care. I want everyone to know me. So if you're going to have that belief system and you're double downing on you, you're betting on you. People who say to me, I'm not going to spend money on myself, then good luck, my friend. Good luck. Good luck.
True. Another question. How fast people can become famous? Like tell you, okay, I'm interested. Okay, Sheeraz, does it take a long time? Does it take like a year, 2, 10?
Have you heard of something that's called viral?
Yes.
It can happen in a moment.
With your help and
Yes,
your team
absolutely, bro. You need strategy. You can all of a sudden be nobody and tomorrow you can become famous. You need to tie yourself in the news. You need to be relevant. You can't just be like old school and you're not updating. Be in the know.
So with
be
every
out
client,
there.
you sit and have a strategy.
I
with your
have to. I have to sit down with
find
people.
what-
That's if I'm working with them one-on-one.
Yeah.
Some people come to me, I just want this. I want this marketing strategy.
Okay.
I'm launching a brand. I'm doing this. A lot of people, of course, they want the all you can eat. Okay? But I say no. On a weekly basis, I probably 90% of people I turn down. Because I know it's not going to
It's not
work.
gonna happen.
I know you can pay me the money, but I'm going to ask you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You ain't going to do it.
And they won't do it.
It's called, like they have self-help books.
Yeah.
That's called shelf help.
Uh-huh.
Because they never read them.
True.
I bought it. Don't. Go take that money, go to Vegas, bro, put it on red.
Done.
Because unless you're going to show up and do the work, there is a process. You know, I tell everybody, you want to know how famous you are? Let's just do a right for where you are right now. Google your name.
Google has any relationship with fame?
Oh, are you kidding me, brother? So let me tell you something.
Yeah.
First thing I do, and I want everyone to do this. Whoever's listening to this, I know you have listeners around the world.
Yeah.
Okay? Here's your test today. Okay? Your bank balance, okay, in many cases, okay, when you're starting out to become on the journey of fame, is called trust. Okay?
I love that.
Number one. So I want people, for all my entrepreneurs that are listening to right now, okay, all of them right now who are listening, I want you to change this word called fame and turn it to the word trust. And I want you to do one thing right now, okay, in the business of trust. If I'm going to close someone, if I'm going to sell something, if I'm going on a date and I want to impress someone, and I want to show them who I am, don't show your watch, don't show your car, no one's going to see your house, no one's even going to see your bank balance.
True.
They're going to Google your name.
Bam. Correct.
So wherever you are today in your life, I want you to ask yourself a question. If I had an outstanding Google presence, that on page 1 I look like a rock star, on page 2 I look like a rock star, on page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I also click on images and they're all my pictures, nobody else's. I then click on videos, they're all my videos. I click on the news tab and I am current as hell. If you have that in your business, what I just told you, which no one does, these are the basic rules of fame, Google. And I help clients like you have no idea. And if your Google presence is polished, it's maintained, and it's updated,
That's trust,
that will reflect your bank account. That will reflect your clients, because Google is your trust meter. If I've just met you, and I'm going to say this is down to your personal life or your professional life. If I've just met a girl or a guy in a bar, people are meeting, couples are meeting, whatever, you've had a nice energy, nice chat, there's a couple places they're going to look. Social media,
True.
and they're going to Google your name.
Nothing more.
If nothing comes up, it's a warning flag.
You're nobody. Yeah.
You're a warning flag. So how come he has such a nice car? That means, who is he? Is he doing something shady that I don't know? Who is this guy? He's not even out there, right? So I help clients today. Some of my biggest clients today is I transform people's Google presence like you have no idea.
Which is the digital footprint.
It's the stamp. It's the stamp that can even attract a soulmate.
Yeah. True.
Your next client,
True.
your next person that's going to be in your life is based upon what I do. And I'm in a very blessed position today that I'm helping people change their lives. It's not about
100%.
fame anymore. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
if I can help you in your presence and polish you up, and now you've attracted love, we're winning. If you're attracting, closing more deals, we're winning.
Opportunities, true.
Right? Because it comes down to, do I trust you? And imagine if you're not in the news, and this is the most basic element, and that's why you need to be with people who are experienced in this business. Anyone can sell you a press article. Anyone can do anything like that.
True.
You need media strategists behind
How
you.
you can make it. What's
How
the
you can do
story?
it. What's the story? How are you going to continue doing it? Are you winning awards?
And it's
are
not
you in
a short term. You
long
said
term?
something very, it's a
Yes,
long term.
long term. This
True.
is a grind.
It's not like one article and thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's
because you can do one article, but guess what? Google's going to always timestamp.
True.
There's going to be a timestamp on
Done.
that. Now we're. Oh, so you were famous 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Mashallah. Amazing.
Done.
Google don't lie, bro.
True.
They timestamp that.
True.
So now if I'm meeting you, if I'm getting a job, or if I'm going to now sell something and I see, man, this guy's active, that's going to help your business.
Sheeraz, I want to go back again because I want a lot of people to join your masterclass, the Fame Masterclass. People will join the Fame Masterclass. What they will get.
So,
you can.
so
what
first
you
of all,
promise.
I'm going to wake you up. That's the first thing, because we need to have some spiritual rules here. You want to enter fame?
You know what I
as
love in our talk?
Yeah.
You've been with celebrities, the nightlife, the.
yeah.
But you always go back and say spiritual.
100%. bro.
Values.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Because you're saying, take my masterclass. My masterclass starts off with all the warning signs, with all the red flags. Everyone says to me, Sheeraz, just sell the glam. You can do this. I said, why? I said, let me warn people that if you want to be famous, I'm going to tell you the road. I've done it. It's not like I'm teaching you something that I haven't done. I do it till this day, current. I'm real time, right? I'm going to tell you the steps that has to be taken. I'm also going to tell you what to do, what not to do, how love overrules fame. If you have a partner that's supporting you, man, trade all everything else in, bro. Double down there.
Love.
Because you can't find that. When someone's with you in the bad, they're with you in the grind. Everyone else is going to use you, bro. Everyone else is going to do something to take some kind of transaction from you. So first thing in my book of my masterclass is appreciate our loved ones. Number one, never lie to our loved ones. Make sure we have trust, loyalty. Only surround ourselves with people who want us to win. Any negative thorns or any energy that's toxic, get out. Now take my masterclass.
Do you mean that this because fame attracts? I don't want to say garbage or whatever, but people would be like. You understand what I want to say? Like,
Listen,
when you become
if the more famous you are, the more attracted, the good and the bad, right?
Yeah.
The good and the
That
bad is going to come.
signifies, yeah.
It's going to come,
True.
right? But you have to have your own self and say, okay, listen, I'm willing to take my brand, my career, my business. I want to be number one. That's why I want fame, okay? But before you do that, all I'm saying is let's have the foundation level strong. Because once you have the strong here, you have the love, you have the spirituality, you have all these things. Now it's business.
True.
What's the point of being a successful businessman but heartbroken? What's the point of being you know how many lonely men
Yeah.
drive Ferraris, bro?
True,
Or sitting on their jet?
True.
Bro, I'll put me in the back of economy, bro. If someone's telling me they
Yeah,
love me,
yeah.
I'm
With
there
them.
all day long.
True.
I've been on the jets. I've been on so many private jets, not mine, my clients.
And you saw a lot of unhappy.
They're all unhappy,
famous.
bro. Come on.
Yeah.
because they're not looking at what's reality, man. Yes, money is good. Power is good. All of these things are amazing. But love, brother, is the ultimate currency. Because when you have that, you're already rich. How to become famous? You take my masterclass. If you follow it, you're going to become famous. If you don't follow it, that's my guarantee, brother. You follow my steps, you're going to get known. You're going to get famous. Now, you want to talk about super famous? Different rules, bro. Different rules, bro. Let's first take some steps towards me.
How long is the Fame Masterclass? Can people finish it?
4 or 5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. You would just watch
It's
it.
condensed.
You entertain it. It's condensed. It's a lot of soul. I speak from the heart. I'm not scripted. I don't read. I just speak straight of how it is, of what I've experienced. And after that, if people want to work with us one-on-one, let's say they're a real estate agent, or they're an accountant, or a plastic surgeon. You name it, bro. I can make anyone famous, brother. That's my guarantee. But there's rules.
And people
Is it
have
cheap?
hungry.
No. Listen, your bloody Chanel handbag costs money, yes or no?
True.
Okay? The watches you're wearing cost money, yes or no, right? So does fame. Same thing. So if you're coming in expecting, oh my God, you're investing in who? You. Because there's no better feeling, brother, when you walk into a restaurant and everyone's head turns, brother. Yeah. Come on, man. That's power. Come on. Sure. You all dress up, you're dolled up, and you walk in and everyone's, oh my God. You want the oh my God? Takes work.
Yeah. And sacrifices.
Takes work.
And hard work.
And I'm not saying be a superstar's girlfriend. That's temporary fame. Yes, you can get famous. Oh, this because you're with this person. Sure. It's temporary fame. Your own fame, your independent fame. There are rules to that. And I've very blessed as being one of the top fame strategists on earth, that's been through the game, that understands it. And you know how humble I am. I'm not a show off. Yeah. I just know my shit. I know it because I've been there, I've done it, and it works.
And spiritual and have values.
Have to have that. You don't have that, you don't have anything. You don't have anything.
Is there fame in the metaverse?
Of course there's fame in the metaverse.
Tell us about it.
There are people right now, robots, that are making more money than celebrities. There are AI avatars that they have deals with IMG, Warner Music, faces of Prada, Gucci, LV, avatars, brother, robots. The new technology today, humans are being replaced with AI. There was a strike in Hollywood now for 7 months based upon AI because their likeness is being used. They're not getting paid. Now imagine I can create a robot that looks exactly like me and can work 24/7, doesn't sleep.
Done.
And no attitude, no drama, and just going to work. And it's exactly identical, even to my voice.
Do you help your clients enter this area?
Absolutely. That's why I'm on the forefront.
Yeah.
I have to be on the forefront. That's why my network is growing. I'm educating. I'm trying to surround myself with the latest technologies and things that people don't anticipate that's going to come. And that's why I'm also based between Los Angeles and Dubai. I make sure I'm around innovation. I make sure I'm around the cutting edge of what's happening in the world. So I can share it with my business clients, my personal clients, celebrities, influencers, doesn't matter who it is.
How do you connect Hollywood with Dubai and Abu Dhabi? And what's your vision?
Over the last 15 years, I've been bringing the most famous celebrities from Los Angeles to Hollywood. Kim Kardashian's first international trip, I brought her to Dubai, shut down the Dubai Mall. I took Jennifer Lopez to Qatar, made her $2 million just for shaking her ass for 20 minutes. Not bad, huh? Just for 20 minutes. Money. Zendaya, Justin Bieber. List goes on, Paris Hilton. So many celebrities I brought back and forth, and then other talent going to the US as well. Priyanka Chopra, when she wanted to become famous in Hollywood, I worked very closely with her manager to become famous in Hollywood. So Middle East for me is a very powerful, especially right now. You know, Dubai I'm calling Dubai the new LA. It is. It's the new Hollywood. Yeah. It's the new world of opportunity. Safer, spiritual. Yes, we have rules, but boy, would I rather have rules than have a war fest of what happens in the United States.
True.
Okay? You can have your kids walk around. It's free. It's safety. There's religion. There's culture. It's accepted everybody. It's a melting pot of the world.
Is there any project you're working on now that people should be waiting for in Dubai and Middle East that you want to give a glimpse of it?
For me, I'm just going to keep giving fame. If I can serve the Middle East and help them of their journey, whether it's a mega project in Saudi, whether it's a major project in Qatar, or some huge project in Dubai, or if it's a business owner, as long as I am doing my purpose and helping people get more recognized, get them more trust so they can elevate their businesses and brands and their lives change, I'm already winning, bro. I'm already winning. I'm not after that hustle. What's that one thing? God's already given it to me, fame. God's given me something that I prayed for, bro, in Hajj. I never knew it would come in the form of this, but it's coming in the form of education.
If I ask Sheeraz, of course, if I ask you now, do you have habits and routines in you that contributed to your success?
I pray. I pray every day. I'm scared of God. I love my inner circle, whoever's close to me, I appreciate. I don't lie. I'm not perfect. I try my hardest. I give my best, but I don't lie. I'm going to tell you how it is. I have no reason to sit here and try and bullshit you. I'll tell you how it is. It doesn't matter how much pain I have. Let me just put my cards on the table because God kicks in.
True.
So you're not going to see me show off. I don't care. This is my situation. This is what we're doing. Like I said, I don't need to hunt for a flash car.
True.
I don't need to live in the best areas of why.
But you help people to do that.
Of course. That's what they want. That's like a plastic surgeon giving someone a boob job, bro. Or a Kim K butt, or a facelift. That's his gift. Okay? For me, those things don't impress me. I'll help you get them. I'll guide you on what you have to do to get them. But if you follow what I've learned, your outcome will be happier. Because otherwise you come out lost.
What's success for you?
Success for me is love, brother. Love. A woman that loves you, who's loyal to you, who you can actually say she's got your back.
You know how you look straight into
bro,
my
I'm
eyes
telling you
and
straight,
say,
bro. I know the deal, bro. I don't break. I don't care how rich you are, I don't care how powerful you are. You have a woman who loves you, bro, worship that woman. Could be your mother. Could be your sister. Could be your girlfriend. Could be your wife. If you have love, you're already winning, bro. Because everyone chases fame, money, power to, in the end, have love and peace.
And sometimes
if you have
lose it.
peace, bro, you're already winning. Everything else is material. If you want to have a better house, bro, focus on your Google. Update on social media. It's not rocket science. I'll help you do it. These are things that you can do easy. But if you're going after the mega, then you have to put, like I said, love second. And go after what you want. It's not a bad thing.
But
don't hurt anyone. Go do it. Go make it happen. Right? But if it's, for me, success is love. Love and peace.
You know, you're your first guest that I have, an alpha guest, that said this. Success is love.
Because I'll tell you why. All the other alphas, put them in front of me. I will break those alphas. Because I'd ask them straight, you have a woman that you really love? Give her wings to fly, brother.
Prove it.
I want to see how alpha you are. Because I see alpha men on a daily basis, brother, who hide that shit that they call strength. They're weak when it comes to their women living their dream. Ask me. I'm the guy that sits on the other side of it. And I hear those women call me, complain, heartbroken, and their dudes have no idea.
So if we went to the alpha part, what's an alpha for you?
For me, an alpha is giving. Your give, in whatever capacity that you have, small, large, that's a man who can give.
Not a lot of people like
And
this
I'm going to
these
tell
days.
you right now, when it comes to love, a real alpha man will look at his woman, go fly. That's a real alpha man.
And what's an alpha woman then?
An alpha woman is exactly how you support your man and your loved ones and be loyal, for me, an alpha woman, is going to be trust and loyalty. That's all I ask for.
What legacy do you want to leave
The legacy for me,
in this?
in whatever
field?
God has given me, if I can help people with my learnings, with my experience, not to do a deal with the devil for fame, I've left my purpose.
Did you hold a couple of your clients from doing things, having deals with the devil?
Absolutely.
Then you saw it and said like, no, no,
I
no.
shut that down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down with Kim Kardashian. I shut it down with Miley Cyrus. I shut it down with Paris Hilton. I shut it down with Zendaya. Oh, the devil is tempting, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, he's around. He's around. And you got to shut it down.
How did you shut it down from yourself? That's very interesting.
Because I got hurt. I told you, I got pain. God gave me pain to show me that people put fame before love. Be aware of it. And I was an illusion.
Yeah.
So it woke me up. Believe me, you saw a dead man walking during COVID, bro. I was a dead man walking because I never knew that a gigantic truck is going to knock out my heart. Thinking that why would people put fame before love? So I had to go through that. And when I'm sharing these stories, I'm sharing these experiences. People might not like it. People might say it's absolute nonsense until it happens. And they're going to like, holy damn, that dude on Alpha Talks,
What's cool?
he mentioned that. And I tell people it's going to happen because it's just like if you're a doctor. I'm a doctor for fame. I see right through it. I'm like an X-ray. I swear to God, the amount of rich billionaires in Dubai that I've sat with the most stunning model women, Victoria's Secret times 10.
They dumped them.
Bro, weak men. Weak. They're not willing to give the woman what they really want. And if you can just give someone independence, love, and just support them in what their dream is and let them go, oh, you're going to win. You're going to win.
I love that. Let's go through a quick fire insights questions. Sheeraz, tell me, who's a person that influenced you the most in your life?
My mother.
Hits into the heart. Your favorite book?
Unleash the Power Within, Tony Robbins.
Your favorite city to live in?
Dubai.
Wow. Movie genre? Your favorite?
Romantic.
Your life biggest regret?
My life's biggest regret is if I don't try. If I don't do something, I don't ever want to live in a what if. Even if I fail, even if I lose, I have to try.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
The favorite travel destination?
I would say Dubai, but I'm staying here because I'm still a US citizen, brother.
So LA.
So LA, but it's between LA and Dubai.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Favorite cuisine?
Favorite cuisine is going to be Turkish.
Favorite car brand?
Favorite car brand. My favorite car brand. I don't have one. And there's a reason I don't have one. Is because I know branding.
Then the next question will be, what's your favorite watch brand? I don't have one.
Because I'm in the business of building brands. So I know it's an emotional journey. So when you tell me brands, I think very differently.
So you don't have favorite watch brand?
No, I don't even have a watch. I don't want to watch.
Okay. You have your photo, which is well-known photo. You have a particular way of posing. And
With my
think
hand.
that, people think that you're like with the paparazzi.
People think that I'm blocking the paparazzi when I
exactly.
put my hand up.
Yeah.
This picture I took the day my heart was broken. and I was in absolute pieces. And I looked at the camera when I was doing my masterclass, and I put my hand up like this, and I told my team, I said, make sure she never comes near my heart again. And it was to protect my heart.
That's the story behind it.
No one knows. I
Yeah.
always do it. They think, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
It's because it's a shield that I have a shield here. I have a shield on my heart now, you know, because it's something that we're so pure that we have that we should all protect it. You know, don't just be honest. Honest will make you win. Honest will make you sleep. I told you, I've got clients that are so rich, bro. They don't
Empty soul.
have peace. They don't have spirituality. They don't have love. If you balance it out, then you're winning at whatever level of financial level you want. You can have a big house, small house.
True.
You have a big car, small. It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
You can go. I'm a motivated guy, bro. It's not like, you know, I'm just going to walk. You know what I mean? I'm not like speaking like that. But if you want those rewards, there's a different language for you to get that in order to achieve it. If you want to sell an apartment or you want to sell a $1 billion house,
Or a mansion.
there are different rules.
True.
Human behavior is still buying, you know. That's what I always say. I always say this philosophy. There's a customer for economy. There's a customer for business class. There's a customer for first class. And there's a private jet customer.
Yeah.
Who's your client?
True.
Who is your client? And if you're doing business, whoever your client is, you can be rich in all categories. Worship your client. Give them what they want. It's very simple. I learned that from Jack Ma.
Yeah.
I was on a private jet once with him. One of my Chinese clients was working with him. And I asked him. And he said, it's very simple. When someone asks you for something, just give it to them.
True. Whether it's in whatever category.
It could be an economy customer, business class, first class, or a jet. If they've asked for something, just give it to them.
Just we have a ritual in the Alpha Talks. It's called the Alpha Talks Memoir. The Alpha Talks Memoir, we ask the Alpha guest 3 things. Number 1 is to write about his experience in the Alpha Talks, and we will do it after shooting. And the second one is to write a question to the next Alpha guest. It's a way of connecting the Alpha guests together. They're not knowing who's writing the question. And the third, who do you recommend to be the next Alpha guest who can really give value to our audience? But before we start the writing part, I will ask you the question from the previous Alpha guest.
Okay.
And I don't know it. So let's... if you could do anything, what would you do differently?
Repeat it.
If you could do anything, what would you do differently? You're a guy who disrupts things.
If I was to do anything, would I do it differently?
It's one hell of a question, actually.
I would think of the pros and cons before I do it.
Not going emotionally.
I would think, what's my upside? What's my negative? Normally, I go straight through the fire.
Yeah.
If I were to think now, I would say, if I do this, what is my upside? What is my downside?
And decide.
And then decide and go in.
Sheeraz, thank you very much. I loved it. Thank you for being with us today. There was a lot of, I would say, knowledge bombs that the audience will love. And I'm sure we're going to do more episodes.
Yes,
Getting
absolutely.
more deep into fame.
And bring me some of those alphas.
Of course.
I want to turn those alphas into little pussycats, brother. I'll do it on your show. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Pleasure.
Okay, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That wraps another inspiring episode of today's show. I hope that this episode has ignited your inner alpha and left you feeling inspired, motivated, and ready to conquer any challenge that comes your way. Remember, alphas aren't born, they're made. It isn't about dominating others, it's about embracing your authenticity, leading with integrity, and making a positive impact on the world. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to the Alpha Talks on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a review and share the podcast with your fellow alphas. Also connect with us on social media at SEIF Al-Hakim. Share your thoughts, insight, and stories of personal and business growth with us. Let's create a movement of alphas supporting one another. The world needs more alphas like you exactly. Until next time, stay bold, stay driven, and stay alpha.